Welcome to the introduction to the Test of Workplace Essential Skills, also known as TOWES. The purpose of this video is to provide important information about the TOWES assessment, including the importance of essential skills, how to prep for the TOWES exam, and the ins and outs of assessment day. So what is TOWES, and how can it help someone? TOWES is an assessment tool that measures essential skills. These skills are important for our daily lives, but also for learning and working. By knowing your TOWES scores, a person can understand the skills they are good at, or the skills they might need to improve upon. The essential skills that are measured by the TOWES assessment are boiled down to three key skill categories: reading, document use, and numeracy. We need to use these skills to carry out daily activities, to work independently, encourage continuous learning, and to help each of us be successful with our personal and professional goals. Let's take a closer look at each skill. Reading is considered an essential skill. We need to use our reading skills to help us find and use information that is in written form. For example, reading books, magazines, and newspapers for relaxation helps us keep up with current events. We need to read to locate various information or data on the internet to help us research various topics or questions. When we grocery shop, we need to read product labels. In other situations, we may need to read bulletins to understand safety information. From a school or working standpoint, we need to read textbooks and manuals to learn a new concept or understand a new process. In other instances, we may be required to find and use information that is organized in a visual way, such as a symbol or a chart. This essential skill is referred to as document use. As a simple example, we may be required to view warning signs or other safety symbols on the job, planning our daily routine using work or class schedules, or navigating our way using visual maps or bus schedules, referring to user guides or instruction booklets, or filling in various application forms are also considered document use. Last but not least, the final skill assessed by TOWES is all about numeracy. Our numeracy skills are needed to complete tasks that involve using numbers and calculations. Everyday examples of numeracy skills include things like budgeting monthly expenses, measuring a medicine dose, estimating the time it will take to finish a job or activity, counting change, or even calculating an invoice. So, why would a person care about essential skills? Why do they matter? Let's think about this for a minute. Reading, document use, and numeracy are the building blocks to our success in education, learning, and work. They are the tools that help us grow, to help us learn, to access information, and to help us collaborate and interact with the outside world. Essential skills are the foundation to learning. When we have a solid foundation, it is much easier for us to develop technical knowledge and job-specific skills. In today's world, with the growth in technology and rapid changes in the workplace and society, our essential skills are increasingly important. We need to develop and fine-tune these skills in order to adapt to change and to help us learn on an ongoing basis. TOWES can help us to evaluate our essential skills by giving us a clear and measurable indicator on how well we use our reading, document use, and numeracy abilities. TOWES is unique because it's an assessment that replicates real-world scenarios and examples on how we actually interact with, find, and use information in our everyday lives. The purpose of TOWES is to provide you with a personalized profile of your specific skills and ability levels. You can compare your results to different occupational standards or educational requirements. You cannot pass or fail TOWES. The assessment will help you identify where your skills are within a given range. Your TOWES assessment can be used to monitor your progress and development as you choose to fine-tune skills and gain experience. If you're completing the TOWES assessment, it's helpful to prepare. This section of the video will walk you through the preparation process. A certified TOWES administrator will support anyone who is completing the TOWES assessment. Your TOWES administrator is a good resource for any questions or concerns you may have prior to, during, and following your assessment session. So make sure you know how to contact your TOWES administrator so they can give you the support that you need. Before writing TOWES, discuss your session details with your administrator. Which version of TOWES will you complete? Be aware that some assessments are completed in a paper test booklet and some are completed on a computer. Make sure you know the exact date, time, and location of your assessment session. Discuss the purpose for assessment or why you are writing TOWES with your administrator to ensure you have a clear understanding. Ask how your results will be used and who will see your results. To complete TOWES, you will need a pen and/or pencil, a highlighter, a basic non-programmable calculator, and reading glasses, if you need them. Photo identification or other proof of identity will also be required. A preparation guide is available for TOWES. Review the preparation guide a few days prior to your assessment session. The preparation guide is on the TOWES website. You can also ask your test administrator for a copy. TOWES is not an assessment that you can study for, but it is recommended that you visit the test takers section of the TOWES website to access sample questions and other resources to help you practice and prepare. Assessment day can be a nerve-wracking experience for some people, but it doesn't have to be. In addition to preparing, it's helpful to know what to expect the day you write your TOWES assessment. There are a few simple things that you can do to prepare yourself so that nerves don't take over. On assessment day, it is important to arrive on time with the necessary materials. Your administrator will ask to see a government-issued photo ID or similar proof of identity. Cell phones and electronic devices are not permitted. You may wish to leave these at home. You are required to grant consent to complete TOWES. On paper assessments, you will sign a consent form. On computer-based assessments, you will be required to check off a consent checkbox at the time you proceed with the assessment. It is important to note that you will not be permitted to complete TOWES without providing your consent. TOWES contains a demographic questionnaire that will ask you a few questions about your age, years of schooling, or first language. This information is collected for research only and is confidential. Your information will never be used in a way that would personally identify you. Before you start your assessment, your administrator will walk you through the paper instructions, or you will be guided using an online tutorial. This will ensure you understand how to answer the questions properly. You will also have an opportunity to try a sample question before starting the actual assessment. This is a good time to ask questions if you are unclear about anything. Don't be afraid to ask questions. After those simple steps, you'll be ready to start your assessment. All TOWES assessments follow the same basic structure or format. First, you will be given a question or task. You may use any of the documents provided to answer the question or complete the task. It is important to note that all of the information needed to answer any of the questions will be contained in the assessment. There are no multiple choice questions on TOWES. Instead, you will be asked to fill in forms, highlight text, and write short answers. This format replicates how we normally find and use information in everyday situations. When you are finished, you will have time to review your answers and make any adjustments. Before you leave, your administrator will confirm that your assessment is complete. They will also explain when and how to get your results. Relax. Take a deep breath. TOWES is not an assessment you can pass or fail. It is an opportunity to demonstrate how you can apply your skills in new situations. If you'd like additional information on TOWES, visit our website, send us an email, or give us a call.